Can you hear me now?
I sure can.
Okay. All right, guys, we're back. I'm meteorologist Andrew Myers, and we're bringing you guys your daily hail forecast, sponsored by C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, and American Contractor. You guys can check out their links in the description to this video. So for today, we've got one last shot with Storm System Derik. It's Derik's last day on the East Coast, and we could see some hail and wind possible. New York City, you guys are kind of in the bullseye for that risk right now, so we're going to talk a little bit about you guys and what you could expect here over the next few hours. And then we're shifting back into the Central Plains tomorrow. This is not associated with Storm System Derik. That one's going to be off the coast later on this afternoon and evening. And then we're just going to have a couple shots at scattered storms for tomorrow. And then we're looking off ahead into the forecast to see when the next shot for severe weather and our next named system could be. So first, before we get into our main weather for today, I'm going to talk a little bit about what happened yesterday. Okay, so we had a pretty active day across much of the southeast all the way into the Ohio Valley. Tons of wind reports came in with this. We did get some tornadic activity as well as some severe hail with that. So starting out down in the northern end of this risk, we, like I said, got a ton of wind reports. Louisville, Kentucky got hit with severe winds as well as a tornado. Some severe hail to the south of that. Cincinnati got some severe winds. Nashville, Paducah as well. And then shifting off further to the south all the way through Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. Got a whole swath of severe gusts as that line just raced off to the east. And now it's made its way to the East Coast. Okay, so here's what we have for our satellite right now. Beautiful across the central states, a little chilly, but sunny and clear overall. But then you can see the spin on Storm System Derik as it continues off the coast there. It's really trucking on to the east, has weakened a little bit ahead of that cold front, so this shouldn't be as intense of severe weather as we saw yesterday or as widespread. But you know, you can still see that cold front right through the western part of Virginia, eastern part of Kentucky, all the way through Georgia and up through New York with a little bit of that showers and rain that's moving through along ahead of that front once again. And that's going to intensify a little bit for today, but it shouldn't be nearly as much as we saw for the last couple of days. So right now, again, clear, a little bit cool, 50 in Kansas City, 69 in Dallas, but you know, it was just hovering right above freezing yesterday for you guys in KC, so it's warmed up a little bit, 77 degrees in Houston. And then, like I said, it's the temperature gradient here behind and ahead of that cold front has weakened a little bit, 71 degrees in Atlanta, 78 in New York, 85 in Miami. So, you know, with that weakening gradient, we won't see as powerful of storms later today. But still a severe chance nonetheless. So 59 degree dew points in Atlanta, 73 in Miami, 45 in Boston, and that's enough to pop a few storms later on over the next coming hours. So we're going to take a look at what it's going to do here on our future radar. So it's going to be a quiet afternoon, and really it's going to be a quiet afternoon and evening for most of us. This is going to be very scattered coverage through the southeast. So Raleigh, North Carolina, by around 7 p.m., you could see some storms moving into your area, as well as this band along the far east coast. A couple of those could have some thunder, some lightning, possible severe hail, and damaging wind gusts as well. And as that continues off to the east, seeing it intensify right as it starts to get into the Atlantic and off of the east coast, and still some showers in the Raleigh area, but you know, for the rest of us, it's going to be pretty quiet, and that's going to continue to move off to the east, and then intensifying once it's got all that ocean humidity and moisture ahead of it. But you know, it should be clear, smooth sailing for you guys through the southeast by tomorrow morning. Then on up into the New England part of our risk. So, you know, some scattered showers, that's what we're looking at right now, just kind of breezy and misty through the area. And then as that tracks off to the east, moving into Albany, starting to ramp up a little bit through Scranton as well by 2 p.m. Still not crazy severe weather, but we will see, again, some singular cells moving on out ahead of that. A couple of those could produce possible damaging wind gusts as those collapse. And then that band is going to continue to truck off to the east, moving into the New York area by around 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. So, you know, as you guys are on your commute home from work, you know, it's those end of the day storms that you want to be careful for your travel. And then, you know, again, that band is moving off into Massachusetts and Connecticut with some potential for gusty winds, heavy rain, thunder, lightning, the works as it tracks eastward, now moving into Boston by 7:30 and through New Jersey and through Washington, D.C. area off of the East Coast, and then it's going to continue to track off to the east, intensifying a little bit, once again like the southern portion, but much quieter for you guys into the overnight and early morning hours. So with that, we do have a severe hail risk and a severe wind risk for you guys today. Severe hail is going to be centered along the central part of the states where we see the highest instability. It's not a lot, but it's enough to go off of to see some scattered quarters or half dollars. So if you guys are anywhere from Washington, D.C. area down into Charlotte, Columbia, South Carolina, Virginia Beach, Wilmington, any of you guys could see a scattered storm producing a quarter to half dollar here or there. But again, the coverage of the storms through that area is going to be very scattered. So hail also will be scattered, as we'll see this afternoon. Then off into wind, we're going to extend the risk for you guys a little bit, all the way from New England down into South Carolina now with that band. Any of those scattered storms through the central part of the East Coast that could produce hail could also produce some wind gusts. And then that band up through the New England area could also produce some gusty winds as it tracks off to the east and off the East Coast. So any of you guys, once again, through Wilmington, Columbia, Charlotte, through Virginia Beach there, any of you guys could see some possible severe gusts into this afternoon and evening. And then moving on up, Washington, D.C., Boston, Albany, you guys have a low-end chance of seeing some gusts with that scattered coverage, but with that more intense line passing through, New York City, probably Hartford, Connecticut, you guys have a moderate chance, so a better chance at seeing some damaging wind gusts associated with that line as it passes through. So just be on the lookout, be alert for that as you guys are heading home, or heading in. If you work the night shift, just be aware of that as you're on your commute traveling, or if you're going out and about. Could see some gusty winds tonight as well as some heavy rain, so might just impact those travel conditions. Then into tomorrow, we're shifting back into the central plains, so kind of resetting here. This one is not with Storm System Derik, but we'll see a little shortwave disturbance that's tracking some thunderstorms through the area. So with that, we'll see some thunderstorms developing along this line, kind of south of I-44 here by 9 p.m. With any of those singular cells, you guys know the drill, those could start to produce some hail. The ones in the northwest or northeast Oklahoma tracking into northwest Arkansas could produce some larger hailstones. We're kind of waiting on that, but it looks like, we could get some scattered hailers there. And then by 12:30, this is going to form into a band tracking over the Nashville area, and then a loud cluster of thunderstorms moving into eastern Tennessee and northern Georgia and Alabama by Saturday morning. And then we still have some rain and thunder moving through Arkansas, Oklahoma with some scattered cells by, again, Saturday morning. So this is going to be an overnight risk for a lot of you guys. So for that, hail chances anywhere just to the east of Oklahoma City, all the way into the Memphis, Tennessee area. You guys could see quarters to half dollars with that. Might see some larger stones in that region we talked about, northwest Arkansas, northeast Oklahoma, with some larger instability values, but we'll have to see if those ramp up a little bit into tomorrow. Right now it's looking pretty moderate, so only going to put you guys in a low-end chance for quarters for right now. So Tulsa, Little Rock, Fort Smith, Memphis, any of you guys could see some severe hail into tomorrow. And then we'll also see some severe wind for the similar areas, stretching that a little bit to the east with that band of storms that looks like it's moving into the central Tennessee area. So once again, Tulsa, Fort Smith, Little Rock, Memphis, just south right now of Nashville, and then into Birmingham, Alabama. You guys could also see some severe wind gusts with that band of storms that's going to develop Friday night into Saturday morning. So then, after that passes off, we could get a second chance of severe thunderstorms through the weekend, and then we'll have to see what our next system looks like, okay? So right now we've got Storm System Derik, and that's, again, this is noon today, so we're going to see that East Coast risk with that cold front that's still chilling on the East Coast right now. After that moves off, we'll see just this little wiggle in that line right there. That's what could produce us some storms through the Central Plains on Friday evening into Saturday morning. And then Saturday, we're starting to see this track through, and so that could also produce some severe storms ahead of that. You know, we're getting that air mass recovery, that's what we like to call it. It's just when, you know, you get that humidity and that heat tracking back into your area, producing that instability, waiting for that next disturbance to come through. So, you know, we've got one right here on Saturday evening, and as that tracks in, we could get some severe thunderstorms with that. But we're really kind of watching this. Gonna have to see what this trough does. If it can sink down further south, that could produce a few shots of severe thunderstorms through the central U.S. But, you know, if it stays off to the north, it's really going to depend on what it does. If we can get enough heat and instability up in the north, it could again produce some severe thunderstorms. We're waiting on the timing, speed, and placement of this trough here to see if we could get our next system into next week. And we'll have more on that for you guys soon. So definitely want to follow us. We are in the thick of severe season. So go ahead and follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Hit see first on Facebook so you never miss a live video. And then go follow us on TikTok so that you guys can see all of your office shenanigans here at Hail Trace, as well as those early forecast discussions. Those are super valuable, especially this time of year. So go ahead and follow us at Hail Trace on TikTok. And then if you want to get in contact with us, you can call us at 855-334-4245, email us at info@hailtrace.com, or check out our website, hailtrace.com, for more details. And we'll keep you updated and advised as always. But for now, I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers. Thanks for watching.